Hey, what's up, folks? Daniel Hardy here. And yeah, tough loss last night. A big part of the reason the Warriors lost Game 6 to the Rockets at home was because they couldn't keep the ball. Turnovers. Here's a few of them. Steph Curry steals the ball, takes off in transition, running with his boys, tries to dish it off real quick to Gary Payton II, and the ball just crashes off his hands in a microcosm of the whole night. Turnovers aplenty. Now here we see Steph trying to navigate a Moses Moody screen that of course ends up in an immediate trap. Honestly, should I even say trap? This feels more like an ambush. The Rockets basically said, give us the ball and nobody gets hurt.
It's a robbery.
Steph tries to get the ball out to Moody, hits him in the ankle, and the Rockets snatch it up to go the other way. Now here we have Steph Curry trying to navigate a quit and post screen that turns into hell on earth, at least low-key triple team at the top of the key. He loses control, Steven Adams pokes it away, Rockets pounce on it like the last pizza roll at a sleepover.
They wanted it more.
Meanwhile, the greatest point guard of all time is out there doing trust falls. That's not a flop, folks, that's a cry for help.
Somebody help them, please.
Now we have Draymond Green deciding to take matters into his own hands after he sees how they are mugging his boy. He fakes the dribble handoff and turns on the Jets, but he can't quite get free of Sengun, and Sengun's a great name for him, and past Steven Adams while keeping his dribble, turning what we thought was an open lane into an off-ramp to sadness, fumbling out of bounds.
That was supposed to be a layup. Didn't get fouled. I don't know.
Now we've got Kevon Looney in there trying to dish it to Steph and slip to the middle of the floor. Except Steph got Amen, the Oakland Youngblood, reading that pass like every Warriors fan in the building did, and he tips it to a teammate, and the Rockets get the steal, and they're going the other way.
The other way, no way, Jose.
Here's a rare clip where the Rockets don't have to go the other way after turnover, as when GP2 secures the rebound and loses balance, his outlet pass gets tipped directly to Dillon Brooks for a dunk and a celebration that reminds us all why we can't stand this guy.
I know you ain't.
Now here we have Draymond unable to convert the layup and Brandon Podziemski jumping in there to clean up the offensive glass. Unfortunately, the Rockets just manhandle him and get a jump ball to kill the possession.
They threw balls right to the ground.
There's Jimmy Butler driving the baseline on Dillon Brooks, seeing his buddy Hield streaking in on the cut. Jimmy dishes the pass, and as Buddy takes flight, Dillon just knocks the ball out. I mean, he just hit him with some taekwondo midair. Ball security, where is it when we need it the most? I mean, this can't make Jimmy like Buddy more. Oh, by the way, the Rockets are off going the other way. Here's Moses Moody hitting the deck with a hustle play to try and secure the ball, but instead he gets ripped, and the Rockets end up hitting a corner three that felt like a 5-point swing and maybe a 10-point attitude shift. The momentum was gone, confidence has left the group chat. Those turnover points were absolutely killing us last night. Now here Draymond is trying to make the defense pay for hounding Steph. He gets the ball into an advantageous position, driving towards the rim off the pick. And he's even got Gary Payton II cutting towards the basket to create basically a 2-on-1 on Steven Adams. But Adams guesses Draymond ain't gonna score that thing, so he shifts his weight back to the passing lane and wolfs down Dre's pass. This ain't just anticipation, he's reading Dre's mind. This guy was a defensive monster last night. Now here's where I knew we were cooked. Sengun tries that stupid spin move and throws up some garbage, and immediately he abandons the play to complain to the refs. Jimmy chases down the rebound and maybe gets pushed out of bounds by Steven Adams, but he tries to make a jump desperation pass that lands back in Sengun's hands. This leads to a back-breaking triple from Fred VanVleet doing his best Steph Curry impersonation to push the fourth quarter lead to double digits and effectively put the nail in Golden State's Game 6 coffin. FVV was absolutely lights out last night, but also we can't give him extra opportunity. That's crazy.
Second chance points.
And now we got Steph desperately trying to get off some off-ball screens to come open and save the day, and Draymond desperately trying to pass the ball. Apparently the Rockets noticed, to the point that when they switch the screen, Sengun doesn't even have to turn his head around to know that the ball's already flying towards Steph. This turnover was when I knew the Warriors were being way too predictable. We've been, trying to get the ball to Steph and, all that good stuff. But if Sengun can guard him like a defensive back at the goal line, stopping a wide receiver from catching an end zone fade, at a certain point, we got to, Mix it up a little bit. Mix it up. Here's hoping the Dubs can figure it out in a pivotal Game 7 on the road in Houston.
Gotta win, gotta win, gotta win. Keep those turnovers to a minimum.